Gajamukhanatham Sattvanam Agamajabalaya Nishadharupam ശാന്തമായി കുളിരും സ്വരകരങ്ങൾ ഏകമായ So it may be a Malayalam song, but music doesn't have any language. It's so beautiful and very nicely they have brought out this concept of which animal has got which note comes from which animal and which is the rasa created. So beautifully it has brought out in this song. I will share this song with you people later on. You can listen. It's a beautiful song. So people listen to music for two reasons. One is emotional control and emotional influence. So rasa is that essence of our emotions that exist in our body and mind that is capable of representing the basic emotions: love, joy, wonder, courage, calmness, anger, sadness, fear, and disgust. So when the mind becomes standstill in one particular aesthetic feeling or mood, that is called as rasanubhava. That is experiencing the rasa, which is the basis of emotional healing through music. So when a particular rasa is depicted in a raga, that is a melody, it touches our heart. So every art, whether it is dance or sculpting or singing, it is an expression of happiness. Rasovai saha anandi bhavati, says Taittiriya Upanishad. So consolidation of and evocation of rasa represent the function of all fine arts. So even when you see a beautiful sculpting in our temples, you just stand there. You are in that your mind becomes standstill in that mood in which that beautiful sculpting has been done. Whatever that dance or whatever that feel you get. So that is what we call as rasanubhava, and this is the basis of emotional healing which happens through music therapy. So music therapy is for emotional healing, and we have Navarasas. According to Bharatanatyam Shastra, he expressed only eight rasas. Of course, Shanta was later on added. See, we have Shringa Rasa, which is love, where the related emotions are beauty, aesthetic sentiments, devotion. We have Hasya Rasa, joy, humor, laughter, and sarcasm. Karuna Rasa, which is empathy, which leads to where the related emotions, which leads to compassion and pity. Raudra, anger, violence, irritation, and stress. Virya, courage, which leads to heroism, determination, courage, also self-assurance. So Bhayanaka, fear, terror, anxiety, nervousness, worry, and Vibhatsa, which is related to disgust, meaning is disgust, and related emotions are depression and dissatisfaction. Adbhuta is wonder, curiosity, astonishment, mystery, and Shanta Bhava is calmness, peace, relaxation, and rest. And Bharatanatyam Shastra, as I told, expounds these 8 categories, the first 8. And from the 3rd or 4th century onwards, we have got this Shanta Bhava, Shanta Rasa, which relates to silence or tranquility, and it is the supreme rasa. And this 9th rasa is the culmination of all other rasas. And all Indian arts, including music, attempts at this Shanta Bhava or transcendence, and is thus are of unique quality. So this is the concept of rasa, and I am going to relate this concept of rasa to the happy chemicals which are released from the brain when you listen to the music. So let me show this. So love, joy, courage, calmness, wonder are desirable rasas for us to be healthy. And anger, fear, sadness, disgust are not desirable. When which is disagreeable rasa. So when these disagreeable rasa, that means when we are, if we are always angry, or always fearing, always sad, or disgust, you feel that disgust feeling. When this catches up for a long period or prolonged period, the biochemical environment created in our body is difficult to get rid of, which may lead to disease. So, maintaining an agreeable rasa, that is love, joy, courage, calmness, wonder, uh, actually keeps our body stable, which helps us to be healthy. So, keeping it healthy and facilitating in curing of the disease. You all know mind and body are connected, right? Whenever we feel love in our heart, automatically our there is this happy chemicals like oxytocin is the love hormone which is released from the brain, and it happens when we are playing with the dog, playing with the baby, holding hand, hugging your family, giving compliments to others, loving compliments. So that oxytocin is the love hormone which is released when your heart is filled with love. So this is necessary. We listen to those ragas or that music which gives that shringara rasa, shringara bhava, which may help to release this oxytocin, which keeps you healthy. And dopamine is that reward chemical. So when does it get released? It gets released when you are when you complete a task, doing self-care activities, eating the food, your favorite food. All these helps to release this dopamine, that is reward chemical. So when can we, how can we bring that through music? You can listen to those ragas which brings that self assurance or veera rasa, which self assurance. Hey, everything will be all right. So everything will be fine for you. Which gives that feeling of reward to you. So this is how you bring that corresponding ragas to release these healthy or happy chemicals. And serotonin is one of that which the mood stabilizer. When does it get released? When you are meditating, running, sun exposure, walking in nature. That means tuning to the nature, swimming, cycling. All these things helps to stabilize your mood, which gives that shanta bhava. So you can use those ragas, which brings that shanta and karuna bhava, which helps in bringing that balance. And we have endorphin, which is a painkiller. So laughter, exercise, essential oils, watching a comedy, dark chocolate, all these things, exercising, which brings which gives the effect of painkiller. So you can bring those ragas, like you can listen to those piece of music which is percussion in instrument, percussion, which is more of percussion instruments that you can listen to. um, and tilanas, you must be knowing this genre of music, which is tilana. So that you can listen, which
মেডিকেল
helps
ফিল্ডে
to
সব একই
release
পড়াবে
this
সব,
endorphin. So
সব
like
ইংলিশই
that we
পড়াবে।
can relate to these chemicals which are produced by the brain
শেষের
for
দিকে এসে
us to
প্রিন্ট আউট
keep
দিতে আমাদের
healthy.
কাছে,
And
আর
one
ইংলিশের
one
বইটা
important thing
মানে
I
কোনো
want to
টিচার ভালো
share
ছিল,
here
প্রিন্ট
is
আউট দিত যেটা
I told
পড়াবে
you
সেটা,
that music
কেউ
therapy
কেউ
is
পড়াবার পর
emotional healing.
প্রিন্ট আউটটা
So
দিয়ে দেয়,
what is
কি
emotional
পড়ালাম সেটা
healing
তোমরা
is
লিখে নাও।
uh, it is to ward off the negative feelings like criticism, anger, guilt, and resentment, and replace them with
তোমাদের
positive
তো বলছো
mental
তো
thought patterns
মুশকিল।
of love, compassion, pleasantness, and calmness. There is one beautiful yogic text which we call it as Patanjali Yoga
তা
Sutra.
তো
Here,
নোট করতে পারি না,
Patanjali was one of the best
সাইকোলজি
psychologists in
সাইকোলজিস্ট
5,000 years back, who has
যোগা
given
শাস্ত্র।
the solution for this emotional imbalance. So, what he says is Maitri Karuna Mudito Pekshanam Sukha Dukka Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavanatyascha chitta prasadanam, he says. So what does that mean? Be friendly in your day-to-day life. Be friendly with those who are like with everyone. um, he relates Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upeksha, Sukha, Dukha. So be friendly with those who are happy. So what is the psychology of human being is we want to be friendly with those who are um, not so happy, so that you can be in an upper hand. So this is a human psychology, right? So he says be friendly with those who are happy, and have compassion, that is karuna, for those who are in dukkha, who are in distress. Okay. And be and also he says mudita is be happy for those who are happy. So that means when you see somebody happy, you're jealous, but be happy for those who are happy, and think that hey, they have done lot of punya or virtues for them to be happy. So this should be your um, thinking. And when you see a wicked person, ignore the wicked or discount the wicked. uh, don't get too much into criticism. That's what he says. If you follow these four attitudes in your day-to-day life, you will be very happy, he says. So what does he say? How to do that? So he says vitarka badane pratipaksha bhavanam. So whenever you see negativity within you, put the opposite. So when you see hatred, you let us take that you hate a person. So if not love, at least be neutral to that person. So whenever you have that, let us take that you are fearing for something you fear. So what you should do is you should put the opposite. What is that? Adventure. You would have seen people who are doing river rafting. How do they do that? How do they people are so much scared of water, right? But how do they enjoy this river rafting? Have you ever thought about it? Because they replace adventure in the place of fear. So that is what makes us, when you see a negative thing, which is not good for you, which is a disagreeable rasa, you put the opposite. That is what we call as emotional healing. So whenever you see wrong emotions, so you put the opposite feeling through a particular music, and that is what is music therapy. So emotional healing happens through music because you put the opposite of the negative feeling, which is positive. And let me one small thing which I want to tell you here is we suffer from various psychosomatic ailments, which may be arthritis, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, all these psychosomatic. Many people are suffering nowadays, especially diabetes. So what is the emotional cause of diabetes? Let me explain to you this. People do not have this attitude of gratitude. Cribbing, hey, I should have had such house, I should have had such car, I should have had this, I should have had that. Instead of appreciating what you have, you crib for something which you do not have. So what happens? Mind and body is connected. How is it connected? What happens is whenever there is a stress in your mind, so what happens? Your breathing pattern, the way you breathe, is affected. Your breathing becomes haphazard. So when it becomes haphazard, it percolates into your body level. How? First system which gets affected when you are stressed out, it is your digestive system. So the digestion, that means throwing out the waste material from the body. That means the throwing out the toxins from your body does not happen. And what happens? These toxic material accumulate in your body, and it clogs the pathway of the way of your breathing. that means, in our ancient text, it is told that in the yogic text, it is told that you all will be knowing this because of Baba Ramdev. Thanks to him, he has taught every one of us Anuloma, Viloma, and Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. See, this prana moves in our body through these nadis, which are subtle channels. We have 72,000 nadis in our body. And our prana flows freely when there is no accumulation of toxins in these nadis, where the organs and systems get properly oxygenated, so that all the systems and organs work properly, especially the digestive system, which throws out the toxins from your body. So this is one important aspect where you have to see that you are not stressed out, and where the prana flows freely in your body, and the digestion happens properly. Whenever the prana does not flow properly, what is that which happens? It leads to three digestive disorder. One is ajirnatvam, constipation, atijirnatvam, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. You constantly go to the restroom. And other one is kujirnatvam, where it leads to wrong digestion, where whatever is needed for your body is thrown out of the system. So why I'm telling is this: whenever you are emotionally imbalanced, whenever there is a stress in your being, it affects the way you breathing, and it percolates into your body. So this is what is why we say mind and body are connected through the prana, the way you breathe. So what happens when there is so much of cribbing in the case of diabetes? Hey, I want this, I want that, everything. You have so much of bitterness in your mind. And that bitterness, what happens is, it leads to increase of body actually sees the mind is having so much of bitterness, so the glucose metabolism does not happen. It increases to substitute the bitterness of the mind. It increases the sugar level in the body. That is why we are branded as diabetic. So look at the emotional reason for diabetes. Similarly, for arthritis, what happens in case of arthritis? Arthritis, it affects the knee, knee, and that is, knee is a supporting system. Why does the supporting system get affected? See, in your emotions, you have that fear. Hey, what will happen tomorrow? What will happen if this happens? If what happens if? So these feelings of fear and anxiety, what happens, that affects the support system in your body. The feelings in your mind will affect the support system. I'll just tell you one case which was handled in our institution, which is SVS Yoga University. So what happened was, one guy he was just 28 or 30 years. He couldn't even walk. He came in the wheelchair. So what was the problem was lower back pain, chronic lower back. Of course, back is also a support system. So he came to the hospital, our Arogya Dhama, and then after some 1 or 2 days, we started the counseling started happening, because in our yoga we treat all the we not only treat the symptoms as allopathy does, we also treat the way they breathe through pranayama, and also we give bhajan sessions for them to calm down their mind, and various techniques are there. And also we counsel them with various texts like Bhagavad Gita, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and we tell them how to tune to the nature. Like this, we have a holistic approach. So we started counseling that person. We understood why it has happened, because this guy, when he got the job, he was just 2025 or 26 when he got that job properly and good job. He was a software person. So what happened was he made big loans, big EMIs. He purchased a big car and a apartment and all, and there was a big EMI, fat EMI. He's in his mind, what if I lose the job? This emotions blew up and it caused constant chronic lower back pain. So this is how this emotions in our mind actually leads to disease, which percolates and affects the weaker organ in our system. So this is why we say music helps in emotional healing, which wards off the negativity which is pertaining to that disease. So before knowing how to give a particular raga or how to give a particular music, you should know what is the problem of that person, how to heal him emotionally. And please understand, music therapy alone will not work for the person. It is a holistic treatment where the proper diet, proper lifestyle, everything put together, proper herbs, everything put together will work out. It's not just music therapy can work out. All put together, it will work. It should be a holistic approach. So this is what I want to just bring about, and what happens during music and even chanting. Okay, so resonance is the key. So resonance can occur when an object is vibrated at its natural frequency or naturally occurring frequencies. So which is possible by chanting and music. So that is why chanting or japa meditation is so much recommended. Even in our Ramakrishna ashram, it is so much recommended because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, among the yagnas and the japa yagna. So japa is one beautiful thing which creates resonance, and also the music with a particular frequency of combination of frequency of swaras, which we will be discussing later. And we have various musical techniques, music therapy techniques. So what are those? It's listening to live or recorded music, listening to tabla, mridanga, or voice percussion. You can also, this voice percussion, I just wanted to share with you voice percussion. That is what we call it as konnakol in our South Indian music. It is becoming very famous among this ADHD children, mentally retarded children, where it is very difficult to teach them, but it has become very popular among them. It has helped them, and of course we should encourage the participants to learn this tabla, mridangam. This is a wonderful music, one of the technique of music therapy, and learning music assisted meditation techniques, like along it may be so what we play here is, along with pranayama, we play this flute music, because it is pertaining to the this is flute is wind instrument. So along with, while doing pranayama, we play this flute, and we have various assisted meditation techniques, like we have yoga nidra, we have deep relaxation techniques. With all these techniques, we can play those background music where it actually helps them to relax completely. So this is one of the ways of music therapy. And you can also encourage the participant to sing familiar songs with live or recorded, especially now we have this star maker also in our many of you youngsters will be knowing this. Also karaoke is there, that also you can encourage the participant and to sing. And playing instruments such as hand percussion, also keyboard, improving music on instruments of voice, changing the song lyrics, expressing your own feelings for a famous song. So I just want to share with you one of the research which we have made is what happened. One of the participant liked that Dil Hi Chota Sa. You must have seen this. It is in Bilawal Rag, that famous A.R. Rahman song. So he loved that song. So what he did was he changed the original lyrics and he expressed the feelings through that lyrics. It helped him a lot. So this is one of the techniques of music therapy. It's not just listening to a particular music. All these pertaining to the techniques of music therapy. So we have various approaches to Indian music therapy. So you have understood by this time psychological goals like elevating anxiety requires less stimulating music. So that means when you are bound with anxiety, you have to give that music which the opposite one, which calms them down. So listening pattern also gave a direction that simple genres like devotional music, cinema music, and bhajans are preferred for relaxing. I would not recommend, of course, cinema music. Others like the devotional music and bhajans are for relaxing. And one more thing I want to tell is the purpose of music is to connect with the Lord. You all know the meaning of yoga. Yoga is to connect the individual consciousness, that is yourself, with the universal consciousness, that is the Supreme Lord. Right? So, music, the purpose of music is to connect with the Supreme Lord. When you connect to that positive Supreme Lord, He's full of positive things. He's full of love, peace, compassion, all these things. Supreme Lord is known for that. He's light, love, peace, compassion. So when you connect to that Supreme Lord, all the negativities within you will be thrown out from the system. So that is the goal of human life too. So please understand and underline the purpose of music is only to please the God. So let me tell you one small story which relates to this before going with the approaches of Indian music therapy. So what happened was, Tansen was the court singer in Akbar's court. He was, and he used to listen. Akbar used to often listen to Tansen singing song. And hey, if you are singing like this, I want to listen to your guru. It seems he said once, Akbar. Oh, if you want to listen to my guru, he stays in a cave and he sings only there. You have to come to the cave. It seems he said. Oh, is it? I have to come to the cave. Okay, fine. I'll go. Let us go in disguise, he said, and he went to the cave. He went near the cave. So what happened was he was singing a particular raga. It was so beautiful and so touching that actually he went into a trance. He fell unconscious, it seems, and later on, when he came back, he said, "Hey, why can't you sing like that?" It seems he asked. Then he said, answer by Tansen was, "Jahapana, I sing it for you, but he sings for the Supreme Lord. That is why his music is so beautiful." So this is the underlying meaning of music is only for the Supreme Lord. And we have two approaches. One is raga based approach, and a second one is genre based approach. And so we have these genres of Carnatic music. So we have different ragas, and based on the emotion of that person, we give a particular raga. So we have genre-based music, which can be from Carnatic music and Hindustani music. We have two genres, So in Carnatic music, we have these genres like Geetam, Swarajati, Jatiswaram, Varanam, Kirtanam. You will be knowing this, of course, Kriti. And we have genre of Hindustani music is like Drupad, Khayal, and Tarana. Light classical forms including Dhamar, Trivat, Chaiti, Kajri, Tappa, Tap Khayal, Ashtapadi, Stumri, Dadra, Ghazal, and Bhajan. See, all these forms, though it is light classical forms, is see, everything was connected to the Supreme Lord. For example, Chaiti was sung. It is actually sung on during Chaitra Masa, in which Masa Lord Rama was born. So it is connected to the that where on singing on Lord Rama, his birth, all these things, his life. So this is how it is. Everything is connected to the Lord. That's what I wanted to tell you here, and. This music and the brain. So we have these parts of the brain which